The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Herod the Tetrarch heard about all that was happening, and he was greatly perplexed because some were saying, John has been raised from the dead. Others were saying, Elijah has appeared. Still others, one of the ancient prophets has arisen. But Herod said, John I beheaded. Who then is this about whom I hear such things? And he kept trying to see him. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Good morning. Today we have a reading that in my community, the lack of maturity, when you just enter the religious community, you're 22 in my case, right? And that first reading was always the thing to use whenever somebody was like showing something like, ooh, look at my new book. And you were vanity of vanities, Always like that, joking with that. So it is a reading that always brings that memory, right? Ooh, what a good meal we have. Vanities of vanities, right? The idea of the first reading in here, it is also to tell us not to, let's use the word install ourselves in something, to remain in the things of the world, in the capacities that I have, or to remain with the purposes that I have marked my life. Because at the end, life, it has a title, that it is a pilgrimage. And the pilgrimage, it is related to heaven. From God you come, to God you shall return. And the experience of life is showing that all the time. Where is my grandmother? She already left. And it is a sign for me that there has to be something more, right? Where is my childhood when I used to have hair? It's gone, right? And I have memories of those times, yes, but it's gone. And time, it's passing. And it is giving the example, and it is telling to us, prepare, be ready. It is a pilgrimage. The next thing that comes also in that reading, that it's kind of a word of advice from the Bible for all of us, it is that we also don't know the time. We could be in the middle of, ooh, look at me, I'm finally doing something wonderful, I feel so good, and who is telling you that your heart will not fail for 2 seconds? That's the only thing that you need, right? It pumps wrong, that boop, and goodbye. And where was all the treasures, all the adventures, all the things that you have, all the plans that you were telling? So it is something that it is, yes, a little bit hard, but it is also something that it's like shaking us to understand the spiritual. Go and search for the things of God first, and the rest will come by. Exactly. So, back to that idea also of the first reading, we could also say that knowing that we are transitory, knowing that we are just like passing by, maybe it is also for us to consider what are the things that I'm going to left for the next generations. Those, the psalm today was telling to us in the answer, let's check it again. My memory is not so good. It was telling to us, in every age, Lord, you have been a refuge. And it could also be that the only thing that we really leave for somebody to enjoy, it is not only, well, material things could help, but they don't last. And at the end, nobody owns nothing, because things are passing from one hand to another over generations. But the things that we could leave, it is the process of salvation, the extension of a good life, the life that will tell to the others, look how good was his life. I would like a life like that. That it's the only thing that maybe we can treasure. The Bible claims you will be presented to God with your actions. That it's the things that you will be presented with. nothing more. So if you were getting a U-Haul, doesn't work up there. Instead of that, well, presenting a life with the good actions. Finally, entering the gospel, it comes the condition of Herod. Herod, it is searching for Jesus, but we could also tell, if life it's a pilgrimage and I'm passing by, this is my only chance that I have to do things the best that I can. In our case, we have made the decision to follow Jesus. We haven't seen him, but we are attracted by his life and by the actions that we believe they come from God. And that is what is moving us to search. Why are you coming early to St. Boniface, for example, for Mass, when you could do something more comfy? You could be in your house, drinking coffee or reading something more. Instead of that, you are making the effort, right? And why? Because you have an extension of your life to him. I would like to be connected to him. And that is what maintains a good spirit. In the case of Herod, he was only concerned. Why? Because he beheaded John before, you remember? In that famous feast of that young lady telling her, ask from me whatever you want, and I will give you even half of my kingdom. What a lack of prudence. Would you say that to a 15 girl? Ask me whatever you want. I will sell my house if you want. You need to be like cuckoo, to do something like that, right? In any way, in any case, he was marked by, I'm attracted to Jesus, by the wrong reasons. And where is the salvation of Herod? Even the Lord is tough with him. Go tell that old fox. That's the title that the Lord put it to Herod. Tell to the old fox that I will be preaching the gospel. I will be preaching the news of God. And later in 3 days, resurrection will come. You see? So maybe with the help of these readings, we could also make decisions and also a review of life. Until this moment, what is the legacy that I'm receiving from God, and also a legacy that I'm living for the generations to come?